Mini episode of Bakes on Things. Here we go. It is on the Canadian and U.S. borders because we covered this topic about a week ago in an episode just covering all the BS that the mainstream media is putting out there. Like, you can't cross the border, your phone's going to get ransacked, you're going to get thrown in an ice box, and you're not getting out for a week. But all of that is complete and utter baloney. And I can tell you that for a fact because I went across the border on Wednesday for this tournament we're at with my son. And despite all of the stories that the mainstream media would tell you, it was a breeze going across. They were extremely nice. All of the U.S. border guards were super friendly. And also, I'm a guy that has a problem on my passport of a mismatch from about a decade ago of a guy that's not me that's done some ne'er-do-well things in the U.S. And so about a decade ago, pulled over. That was a worse experience. They actually cuffed me at that time because they weren't sure if I was him or not, and pulled me inside. This time, not so much, even though the note had to be redone on the actual passport and on my Nexus card. They did not have any issue. They just pulled us in, said, sorry, I know you've gone through this before, but it's been a decade. Got to put the note back on there, got to refresh everything. Sometimes this happens. Go on inside. We go on inside. Every border guard that was in there was super friendly as well. Just asked my son and I to have a seat. They asked my son if he wanted water. It was a super great experience. No icebox, no nothing, even though there was some kind of alert on my passport coming through the actual border. That alert was obviously not me. There's a lot of different aspects about this person that I do not match, but I have a common name, and so this kind of thing sometimes happens. So I go inside. Everybody's super friendly. Took about 10 minutes. The guy looked at all the notes, redid all the notes, verified that I am not the person, which they knew already, but they still have to do it formally, and then they said, go, you're on your way. And nobody looked through my phone. They could have. I mean, I had a tag on my passport. They could have looked through. Nobody did that. Nobody did anything like that. They were super friendly. They actually apologized for us having to go through this, even though I said to them, this is you protecting your country. I have zero issue with the fact that you're doing this, because if I was the guy, I'd want you to come and get me if it was my country. So obviously I'm not the guy, but at least, you're doing your due diligence here and you're making the difference. So that's all I care about too. They appreciated that comment, and off we went. And that's it. Everything they're telling you about this kind of BS, scary story, tariff war, we're all in a scary place right now, is baloney. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, I just don't travel because of the currency. Well, that's fine. Don't travel because of the currency if you want. Oh, I just don't travel because I don't like Donald Trump. Okay, that's fine. So I don't need those comments in here that we're not traveling because the mainstream media says it's scary. We're not traveling because it's Donald Trump and I hate the guy. Well, okay, then fine. You're right to your opinion. But